In three, two, one. Yo, everyone, you're listening to Filmmaker Mike and the boys. But for this mini episode, it's just me, Filmmaker Mike. We've been on a break for a bit just because life happens. And if it doesn't sound like it, I do have a cold right now, of course, conveniently, which I just got a few days ago after just getting over one not too long ago. Anyway, quick life update. My wife had a major surgery on May 4th. So I won't ever forget that date, right? May 4th. And I've actually been off from work as well for the last 2 weeks. So I've just been taking care of her, taking care of the family, taking care of the kids. So it's been tough to schedule time for the podcast, which the guys totally understand, which is great. And it just basically focused all my time and my energy on taking care of the wife and the kids. So I just thought, since we have finally the future of the industry, we have a sneak peek at the future of the industry. If you're watching this on video, you can probably already tell by my virtual background of the last Mission Impossible movie. We have the brand new trailer for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, finally dropped officially online. This was released a few weeks ago at CinemaCon in Las Vegas. So a bunch of people got to see it first, but of course they did not. They were showing it to a lot of exhibitors and some lucky fans who were able to get into CinemaCon. Man, that would be the day. That'd be really cool to check out CinemaCon and see all the brand new movies and get to see all the previews. Anyway, we have this trailer for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, part one. So it's no secret, of course. If y'all remember back in 2020, Tom Cruise and his crew were filming Mission Impossible 7 and 8. But of course, they're not calling it Mission Impossible 7 and 8, which they don't really go with the numbers with a lot of movies nowadays. I'm assuming that's a branding thing. It's less intimidating for someone new who hasn't who hasn't seen any of the movies in the series to just see like, oh, there's 8 of them. Like, for people who don't have a lot of time or who are very busy, they'll be like, oh, I'll check it out. Yeah. So I guess that's a branding thing. But anyway, this is going to be, we're going to react to this trailer. So let's check it out. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Here we go. I've got it right here. And we open up with a desert. Some cool shots, lots of different shots, partying in the city. Tom Cruise on a bike. The greater good. Oh man, Kittredge is back from the first film. Whoa, Ilsa. Is that Ilsa? Oh man, Haley Atwell. Palm Clementif. Ving Rhames. Oh man, Ilsa with an eye patch. Yo. You need to pick a side. It's crazy how Tom Cruise looks exactly how he did in the first film, pretty much. Wow. Some dramatic music and incredible epic action shots. Yo. This is cool. Whoa. Next year. Driving a Mini Cooper? A really tiny Mini Cooper. Ooh. Tom Cruise running. You gotta have our Tom Cruise running. Oh yeah, there's that score. Oh man, this looks epic. Oh man, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Yeah, that looks awesome. Part 1. July 2023 in Dolby Cinema and IMAX. So, of course, of course. I mean, if if I hadn't made this clear before, I'm a huge fan of the Mission Impossible movies. I've always enjoyed them. I've always enjoyed seeing them, and I've watched every single one in the theater. Um, Except I think for the very first one, I don't remember seeing the. Never mind. Scratch that. I don't remember seeing the very first film in the theater, but I do remember seeing it on I think VHS. I loved it at home. Yeah, but Mission Impossible 2, I saw in the drive-in movie theater here in the States, when it was out, and it blew my mind. I loved it. Loved the John Woo action and the slow mo and the doves. Mission Impossible 3 was great. For all of them, I've enjoyed all of them. I think that my favorite one so far may be the fourth one. Well, 1, 2, and 4. But they're all fun. They're all a blast. Tom Cruise always kicks it up a notch every single movie with some, the last shot of that trailer with him riding a motorcycle into a cliff and free falling, and I'm assuming he's gonna parachute or do something crazy and cool. They're always a blast to see on the big screen. And Tom Cruise just keeps amping it up with all these crazy stunts and all these action sequences, which is the part of the fun of it. I mean, it's going to be pretty sad once the series is over, because there's not going to be nothing. We won't have anything to look forward to as far as Tom Cruise doing crazy action stunts, because he is getting much older. But I hope that doesn't stop him. I really hope it doesn't, because we got some classic running Tom Cruise action there. Got lots of car chase scenes, lots of stuff on different vehicles, whether it's land, sea, and air. I mean, crazy, cool. I love it. Can't wait to see it. So at least that's not until next year, July 2023. When you think about it, it's a year, more than a year away. Of course, they were filming it, and everyone knows we've made it part of our intro. That's what I sleep with every night. The future of the industry. When that whole mask thing happened, when some of the crew weren't properly wearing their masks, he blew up on set because they could get shut down. Which I get it, but then at the same time, there's a proper way to talk to people. You know what I mean? Someone recorded that audio, and that audio is now part of our intro, or has been part of the legacy of our show. So anyway, to tide us over, at least, we've got Top Gun Maverick coming out this in just a few days. It's coming out this week. So I'm looking forward to it. I still need to see the original. It's on Netflix right now. So my wife and I are definitely going to check it out. But the trailer for Top Gun Maverick, the trailer and the TV spots and everything have looked nothing short of fantastic. So it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. We get to see a Tom Cruise movie in theaters. Everyone so far, the early reactions from Top Gun Maverick has been nothing short of outstanding. Everyone's loving it, enjoying it. So, and I've heard that you don't necessarily need to see the original, but I'm sure it'll add to the experience of knowing where the character has been, how he started, and where he is now. So it's on Netflix. If you've got Netflix, you can check it out. I'm going to check it out, and then check out Top Gun Maverick on the big screen. So quick updates, of course, aside from Mission Impossible now. I just saw, finally got to see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness over this past weekend with my wife. I really wanted to wait for her. I really wanted to see it with her, because we've always seen all the Marvel movies on the big screen. And this is actually, since of course she had her surgery done on May 4th. Opening weekend was just a few days later, May 6th. That was the very first opening weekend of a Marvel movie that we did not get to attend. We didn't get to see the movie opening weekend because of her surgery. And that's totally fine. But I just thought it was interesting. Ever since Iron Man has been released, we've watched all the Marvel movies on the big screen opening weekend. We've made it basically a tradition of ours. So anyway, we finally got to see it. We both enjoyed it. I was surprised that she really liked it. I really liked it as well. I thought it was cool. I thought it was different. I don't want to get into spoilers just in case some people may have not seen it yet. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what they did with it. I thought it was cool. I could definitely see a lot of Sam Raimi touches here and there. I thought it was cool. Save for a few things, but we'll probably get into that much later on. But I enjoyed Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And I heard supposedly from Pop Culture Leftovers, another podcast that I enjoy listening to. Supposedly, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness may hit Disney Plus in June. So that's right, in June, surprisingly, because according to, let's see, let me just pull it up here. There's a leak, or not a leak, but maybe by accident, this was posted on a site. So this is from screenrant.com, and it says here, let's see, let me just scroll down here with all the pop-up ads. Pop Culture Leftovers has brought word that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will reportedly begin streaming in June. The Twitter account reports the news with a screenshot from the German version of Disney Plus, which indicates that the MCU sequel will begin streaming along with a making of featurette on June 22. At the time of writing, no official streaming date has been announced by other Disney Plus regional accounts. See the reported reveal below. And there it is. Yeah, so there's a screenshot from the German Disney Plus, and it says, yeah, Doctor Strange, June 22. So, which is really interesting because the movie, this will be, as far as the MCU movies, I know I'm trying to think, Black Widow started streaming. Was it? Yeah, Black Widow started streaming day and date. That's right. With the theatrical release, it was already available on this one for $30, right? So you had to pay more if you wanted to see it at home. Because at the time, of course, that was last year. That was 2021. So the COVID situation was a lot different a year ago than it is now. Though it is still out there, it's not as rampant. But I guess they're rising cases. Who knows? But anyway, this will be interesting. But I guess Disney and Disney Plus sees the advantage, because why not? Especially knowing that Netflix has lost a ton of subscribers. What better way to gain more subscribers than by adding another movie that's currently available in movie theaters to stream, for people to see it again or see it for the first time, if it's accessible, why not? So anyway, that's that. So that'll be cool. I don't mind seeing it again. I really enjoyed Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Benedict Cumberbatch was awesome. Xochitl Gomez, the girl who plays America Chavez, was great. And everyone was great. So thought it was cool. And then I got to see the Avatar trailer. That we waited. We didn't watch the Avatar trailer on YouTube. Didn't watch it on social media. Didn't watch it at home. Didn't watch it on my big screen TV. We waited to see in the theater in front of Doctor Strange, and sure enough, it was there. It was cool. It looks fantastic. I can't wait to see it. We'll check it out when it comes out in movie theaters. And who knows? I'm hoping the 3D will be as mind-blowingly awesome as it was with the first movie. But it looks fantastic. Of course, we've got Kenobi coming out this week in just a few days as well. The first 2 episodes. So we've got a total of 6 chapters, 6 episodes. So we've got the first 2. Originally, we were supposed to get it on the 25th, on Wednesday, but they did move it back to Friday, the 27th, which is not bad because, hey, that's a fair trade-off. Push it back 2 days, we get 2 chapters instead of 1, and waiting for the next one the next week. So that's great. I'm hoping that it is an hour long each, at least 50 plus minutes, not including the 10 minutes of credits at the end. But hey, that's Kenobi. They're releasing TV spots, and the new trailer is fantastic. They're not showing Vader completely, but they're already showing parts, like his arm, his chest plate, and then his breathing sound effects. Reminds me of the reminds me of the original teaser trailer for episode 1, The Phantom Menace, or the poster and the part of the um, original teaser for Attack of the Clones, episode 2, which, by the way, just celebrated its 20th anniversary last week, May 16th. It's been 20 years since Attack of the Clones. And I don't know about you, but I grew up with the prequels and I love them. And I think they've aged gracefully. It's fun to look back at the prequels and how much they mean to so many people today, with a lot of kids who grew up with that second generation of Star Wars back then, and now having kids of their own. It's fun, and it's just awesome. And the fact now that we're going back and we're seeing Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor together again on screen. That's fantastic. Because who would have thought, after episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, that was it, right? That was it. Way before, think of a time way before even the Clone Wars, which didn't hit until 2008, and way before the Disney acquisition in 2012. I thought Star Wars was done after 2005, after Revenge of the Sith. That was it. And then, of course, came the 30th anniversary in 2007, and then of the original, Star Wars: A New Hope, Episode 4, and then 2008 we got the Clone Wars, and then we got Star Wars again all over in animated series form. And now, of course, even now looking back at the Clone Wars, everyone loves the Clone Wars, and everyone who's rediscovering it or discovering it for the first time. Which, by the way, Disney, from another Disney. So this is from Disney UK. They released a calendar for the next 7 days leading up to the release of Kenobi for Friday, May 27th. And this is their suggestion, right? So if you were to start Friday, May 20th with The Phantom Menace, Episode 1, Saturday, May 21st, Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, Sunday, May 22nd, the Clone Wars movie, and Monday, May 23rd, the Clone Wars Season 2, Episodes 12 to 16, which is today, and then Tuesday, May 24, the Clone Wars Season 4, Episodes 15 to 18, and May 25th, Wednesday, the Clone Wars Season 5, Episodes 14 to 16, and then Thursday with Revenge of the Sith, and then, of course, Friday, May 27th, with the premiere of the 2 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So someone replied and said, wait a minute, those are the Satine episodes. If you're familiar with Duchess Satine Kryze, they may be hinting at what we could see in the flashback in Obi-Wan Kenobi. And, excuse me, as I wipe my nose here, there is no telling who we could be seeing in the Kenobi series. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Ahsoka at some point, maybe in a flashback. It'd be fantastic to see a flashback of Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and Anakin fighting in the Clone Wars in a battle. I'm just saying. So, and then, of course, last week they released a preview of the brand new cover of Vanity Fair, which I actually just picked up over the weekend at Barnes & Noble, which I was surprised because I could not find anything on the print issue. Anyway, the latest issue, the June issue of Vanity Fair, is featuring a cover, a beautiful blue-hued cover of Ahsoka, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and, of course, Din Djarin and Andor. So Rosario Dawson, Pedro Pascal, Ewan McGregor, and Diego Luna on the June cover issue of Vanity Fair, and it's called Star Wars: The Rebellion Will Be Televised, Inside the Master Plan for a Fleet of New Shows. So the print version, you can read the article online. I'll definitely share the link for it. But you can also pick up the copy. At least I saw a bunch of copies at Barnes & Noble. And the photographs of Annie Leibovitz, who has been photographing the Star Wars issues, cover issues, and the Star Wars issues in general, are nothing short of fantastic. Annie Leibovitz work, if you're familiar with the previous Star Wars Vanity Fair issues, you know her photographs. They are fantastic. And there's shots of Vader. There's shots of Reva, the new character, one of the new Inquisitors that we see in that trailer. In that latest 1 minute trailer, she yells out, "You can't run, Obi-Wan! You can't escape him," or something like that, which is fantastic. But yeah, the article itself really gives you a broad insight on the future of Star Wars and how we're probably not going to get a live action movie on the big screen until late next year, if that. And that this word is that could be Taika Waititi's Star Wars film. And that they're no longer going to, some of the takeaways from that issue, especially from Kathleen Kennedy, is that they're leaving behind the Skywalker saga and they're going away from it, which is interesting because in a way we're still dealing with the Skywalker saga as far as the characters, Kenobi for one, Vader, and then of course Ahsoka, which is right now in production. There's also a great shot there behind the scenes with Dave Filoni and with Deborah Chow, Kathleen Kennedy, and Jon Favreau. So the article, yeah, is a great read. If you're a Star Wars fan, I highly recommend checking it out and reading it. It's a fantastic read, and it's really exciting. It really is. I can't stress enough how exciting it is to see Hayden Christensen back with Ewan McGregor. And they seem to really have formed this brotherhood ever since, Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. And for them to be back, years later since Revenge of the Sith is fantastic. 17 years later since Revenge of the Sith was released in theaters. Also, we've got Star Wars Celebration coming up this week. I unfortunately will not be able to attend, but fortunately, they will be live streaming some of the panels, some of the events over there, which is great for those of us who can't attend. For those of you who are attending, I wish you a safe journey and travels, and may the Force be with you. Have a great time. Enjoy. I definitely recommend having a nice bottle of hand sanitizer, just because you just want to be careful. Because even before COVID, even pre-COVID, after cons, a lot of people, would get sick just from having that con crud. So because of all the people that you get to meet and shake hands, so just be careful, because a lot of people who take vacation, or just attend the convention, for some people go back to work immediately. So I'm just saying, take it easy out there, enjoy, and get to meet a lot of Star Wars fans. It's been a while since I attended my last Star Wars celebration back in 2012, Celebration 6. But I hope to eventually rejoin the fandom sooner or later. I'd love to take my family and my kids with me. My wife got to experience it with me in Celebration 6 back in 2012, and we had a few friends with us as well. But I'd love my kids to experience it and to see cosplayers, especially an R2 and 3PO cosplaying, or remote R2, which would be great. So lots of stuff to look forward to. I'm sure we're going to be getting lots of new announcements as far as shows, video games. There's word that we may get an announcement finally for the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, which is supposedly titled Jedi Survivor, something like that. Who knows? So hopefully we do get an announcement, a trailer for that. It's been a while. And I'm sure we'll be getting new announcements for cool toys and merchandise and shows, and hopefully a movie or two. It's been a while. So 2019 since we got a Star Wars movie on the big screen. So it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for us. And I have a feeling that fans at Celebration, those who are fortunate enough to attend, will be able to probably see Kenobi on the big screen there at the convention. probably like, you know, earlier in the day, or maybe a day early, which would be cool. So that in itself, and there's also a Clone Wars screening for fans of the Siege of Mandalore on the big screen, and then there's a special Q&A with Dave Filoni and I think cast and crew after. So that if I could attend one panel or two, it would be that Clone Wars Siege of Mandalore screening with Dave Filoni, and then the Kenobi panel, if there is one. So, or the Mandalorian panel. So anyway, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to share. That's all I wanted to say. I've gone on a bit for too long, but hey, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for your continued support, for checking out the podcast. Please feel free to share the podcast. We do appreciate your support. And share it with someone you know. If you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify, because we now have video on Spotify, thank you. If you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Breaker, Stitcher, wherever you're listening to this, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. We will be resuming regular episodes. We will definitely be back next weekend to talk all about Kenobi and more. But definitely Kenobi will be the big one, because of course the last show we talked about the Book of Boba Fett, we enjoyed discussing, and now we will be returning for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there. So there you go. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. Be kind. Don't stress too much. You can always watch some Star Wars or watch whatever you want to enjoy. If you're stressing too much, remember to breathe and, you know, charge that lightsaber. You don't charge lightsabers, or do you? I think you do. I'm pretty sure you do. There was a charge port on one of them. I'm trying to remember now, a visual dictionary. Anyway, I'm just raving on. Thank you. May the force be with you. See ya. Bye.